B. Nix is not just another quarterback. He's a dynamic playmaker with the potential to reshape the NFL. With an electrifying playing style, pinpoint accuracy, and a hunger for greatness, he has captured the attention of fans and analysts alike. But the road to elite status in the league is unforgiving. Will he cement himself as a future superstar, or will the weight of expectations prove too much? In this deep dive, we unravel the remarkable journey of B. Nix, from his early days as a rising star to the defining challenges that will determine his legacy. Buckle up, because this is the story of a quarterback on the brink of something special. From the moment he could hold a football, B. Nix seemed destined for greatness. Born into a football family, he was raised in a household where the game wasn't just a sport, it was a way of life. His father, Patrick Nix, a former Auburn quarterback and accomplished high school coach, played a pivotal role in shaping his son's passion and understanding of the game. Football was in his blood, and from an early age, it was clear that B. Nix had both the natural talent and the drive to follow in his father's footsteps. Growing up in Alabama, a state where football is almost a religion, Nix quickly embraced the pressure that came with his last name. He attended Pinson Valley High School, where he wasted no time making a name for himself. From his first snap as a varsity quarterback, he displayed a rare combination of athleticism, poise, and football intelligence that set him apart. His ability to read defenses, make lightning-fast decisions, and deliver pinpoint throws made him a nightmare for opposing teams. But it wasn't just his physical skills that turned heads, it was his leadership. Teammates gravitated toward him, coaches trusted him, and fans adored him. He thrived under pressure, delivering in clutch moments and leading his team to back-to-back state championships in 2017 and 2018. His performances shattered state records, including total offense and career touchdowns, and he capped off his high school career by winning Alabama's prestigious Mr. Football Award in 2018, a testament to his dominance on the field. Yet, with every accolade came growing expectations. Being the son of a former quarterback and carrying the weight of a football legacy meant he was constantly under the microscope. But instead of shying away, Nix embraced the challenge. His high school years were not just about individual success. They were a glimpse into the fire and determination that would define his journey moving forward. He was no longer just Patrick Nix's son. He was B. Nix, a rising star with his own path to carve. With sky-high expectations following his record-breaking high school career, B. Nix committed to Auburn University, a decision that carried deep personal significance. Not only was Auburn his father's alma mater, but it was also a program with a rich quarterback legacy, and Nix was determined to add his name to that storied history. From the moment he stepped onto the field as a true freshman in 2019, it was clear that Auburn had something special. Nix was thrown into the fire immediately, earning the starting quarterback role, an honor that came with intense pressure. His first game was nothing short of spectacular. Facing the number 11 ranked Oregon Ducks in a primetime season opener, Nix delivered a game-winning touchdown pass in the final seconds, leading the Tigers to a 27-21 victory. That unforgettable debut set the stage for a thrilling first season, in which he passed for 2,542 yards and 16 touchdowns, while adding another 313 rushing yards and 7 scores on the ground. His dual-threat ability made him a dangerous weapon, and he was named SEC Freshman of the Year, cementing his status as one of the most exciting young quarterbacks in college football. However, the road to greatness is rarely smooth. As his Auburn career progressed, cracks began to appear in his game. While he continued to flash moments of brilliance, Nix struggled with inconsistency, accuracy issues, and decision-making under pressure. His aggressive play style, which had made him a high school sensation, sometimes backfired at the collegiate level, leading to costly interceptions and missed opportunities. Despite these struggles, Nix remained a fierce competitor. His mobility and ability to extend plays made him a constant threat, and he delivered several unforgettable performances, including Auburn's stunning 48-45 Iron Bowl victory over Alabama in 2019. But as expectations grew, so did the scrutiny. Some questioned whether he had reached his ceiling, while others believed he was simply stuck in a system that failed to maximize his strengths. By the end of his time at Auburn, Nix had built a polarizing reputation. Undeniably talented, but frustratingly inconsistent. While his numbers were respectable, many wondered if he would ever take that next step and evolve into the elite quarterback he was once projected to be. The pressure was mounting, and the next chapter of his career would determine whether he was destined for stardom or another case of unfulfilled potential. After 3 roller coaster seasons at Auburn, Nix found himself at a crossroads. The once highly touted recruit had shown flashes of brilliance, but struggled to deliver consistent elite performances. Seeking a fresh start in a system that better suited his skill set, Nix made the bold decision to transfer to the University of Oregon in 2022. It was a gamble, one that could either reignite his career or confirm the doubts surrounding his potential. From the moment he stepped onto the field in Eugene, it became clear that this move was exactly what he needed. Under the guidance of head coach Dan Lanning and offensive coordinator Kenny Dillingham, Nix found himself in a fast-paced, quarterback-friendly system that emphasized quick decision-making and efficient passing. He thrived in Oregon's high-octane offense, transforming into a far more polished and confident quarterback than the one Auburn fans had seen. His 2022 season was nothing short of spectacular. Nix completed 71.9% of his passes for 3,593 yards and 29 touchdowns, throwing only 7 interceptions, a remarkable jump in efficiency. He didn't just improve as a passer. He also became a true dual-threat weapon, rushing for 510 yards and 14 touchdowns, proving he could beat defenses with both his arm and legs. The numbers told one story, but the eye test told another. Nix looked poised, decisive, and in total command of Oregon's offense. One of the most noticeable improvements was his decision-making under pressure. At Auburn, he had been criticized for forcing throws and making reckless decisions, but at Oregon, he displayed a newfound patience and composure. His pocket awareness improved, his accuracy became more refined, and most importantly, he embraced the leadership role that came with being the face of a powerhouse program. Perhaps the most telling moment of his resurgence came when he led Oregon to a dominant 41-20 victory over UCLA, a game where he threw for 5 touchdowns and looked every bit the star quarterback scouts had once envisioned. By the end of the season, the narrative around Nix had completely shifted. He was no longer an inconsistent talent with unrealized potential. He was a legitimate NFL prospect, a revitalized leader, and a quarterback who had finally found his groove. His decision to transfer wasn't just a change of scenery. It was a career-defining move that transformed him from a question mark into one of the most exciting quarterbacks in college football. After a remarkable resurgence at Oregon, Nix declared for the NFL draft, where his stock had skyrocketed thanks to his polished mechanics, improved decision-making, and dual-threat abilities. Once considered an enigma at Auburn, he had proven at Oregon that he could command an offense with precision and poise. Now, the question wasn't if he would be drafted, it was how early his name would be called. On draft night, the anticipation surrounding Nix reached a fever pitch. Quarterback-needy teams lined the board, and analysts debated whether he had what it took to be an immediate difference-maker in the NFL. When the Denver Broncos selected him with the 12th overall pick, the message was clear. They believed he could be their franchise quarterback. For Denver, the selection of Nix marked a pivotal moment. The franchise had struggled for years to find stability at the quarterback position, cycling through veterans and unproven talents in a desperate search for an answer. With a talented defense and weapons on offense, the missing piece was a leader under center, someone who could bring the Broncos back to playoff relevance. Could Nix be that guy? The excitement surrounding his NFL debut was palpable. Fans packed Empower Field at Mile High, eager to see if their new signal caller could be the one to turn the franchise around. From the first snap, Nix exuded confidence. He showcased the same athleticism, arm strength, and improvisational ability that had defined his college career. At times, he looked like a seasoned pro, delivering crisp passes, evading pressure, and making plays with his legs. However, the transition to the NFL is rarely seamless. Alongside his moments of brilliance came growing pains, overthrown deep balls, timing issues with his receivers, and the challenge of adjusting to the blazing speed and complexity of NFL defenses. The game moved faster, the windows were tighter, and mistakes were punished more severely. Would he rise to the challenge, or would the weight of expectations prove too much? His debut provided glimpses of both promise and uncertainty. While he flashed elite-level talent, he also showed that he was still a work in progress, a young quarterback with immense potential but plenty to prove. As he walked off the field that night, one thing was certain. Nick's NFL journey was just beginning, and the football world would be watching every step of the way. For most rookie quarterbacks, the transition to the NFL is anything but smooth, and Nick's was no exception. The speed and complexity of professional defenses posed an immediate challenge, forcing him to adapt quickly. The Denver Broncos, desperate for stability at the quarterback position, placed immense pressure on their young signal caller, but Nick's embraced the challenge head-on. However, growing pains were inevitable. From the start, Nick struggled with adjusting to the tighter windows, disguised coverages, and relentless defensive pressure. His offensive line was inconsistent, leading to hurried throws and costly mistakes. One of his lowest points came in Week 7, when he threw 3 interceptions in a frustrating loss. Critics pounced, questioning whether the Broncos had overestimated his potential. But instead of letting the setback define him, Nick took full responsibility, vowing to learn from his mistakes and improve. True to his word, he began to show steady progress as the season wore on. He became more decisive in the pocket, improved his accuracy, and learned to read defenses more effectively. He cut down on turnovers, made smarter decisions, and developed better chemistry with his receivers. The flashes of brilliance that made him a first-round pick began to appear more frequently. One of the defining moments of his rookie season came in Week 13, when he led the Broncos on a game-winning drive in the final minutes, capping it off with a clutch touchdown pass under heavy pressure. It was a glimpse of the poise and playmaking ability Denver hoped for when they drafted him. Throughout the season, he delivered several highlight reel deep touchdown throws, proving his elite arm talent was just as dangerous in the NFL as it was in college. Another key moment came in a hard-fought divisional matchup, where Nick rallied the Broncos from a double-digit deficit, showcasing his resilience and leadership. By the end of his rookie season, Nick had experienced the full spectrum of an NFL initiation: early struggles, harsh criticism, moments of brilliance, and undeniable growth. While he wasn't yet a finished product, he had done enough to earn the respect of his teammates, coaches, and even some doubters. The foundation was set, and the question was no longer whether he could survive in the NFL. It was how great he could become. As Nick navigated his rookie season, comparisons with other quarterbacks became inevitable. While his statistics might not have eclipsed those of more hyped young quarterbacks, his adaptability and decision-making set him apart. He stood shoulder to shoulder with notable rookies like Bryce Young and C.J. Stroud, showcasing his unique dual-threat capabilities. Nick not only threw for impressive yards, but also demonstrated an ability to avoid negative plays, reading defenses with a maturity uncommon for a rookie. Looking ahead, the future appears bright for Nick. With a foundation built on resilience and growth, he has the potential to become one of the NFL's elite quarterbacks. While there are areas for improvement, such as enhancing his deep ball accuracy, his versatility, intelligence, and leadership qualities make him a player to watch closely. As he continues to develop, fans and analysts alike will be eager to see how he capitalizes on his raw talent and composure under pressure. In summary, Nick's journey from high school prodigy to NFL rookie is filled with promise and potential. His ability to adapt, coupled with his impressive performances, suggests he is on the right path. As we ponder his future, one question remains: can Nick become one of the NFL's elite quarterbacks? Share your thoughts in the comments below, and don't forget to like and subscribe for more exciting content.